what's going on? Dot Blade, Forensic Golf. Say, hey, I just want to appreciate everybody who has subscribed and has left comments. I truly appreciate it. You know, my goal is to get back to every comment, and we're getting so many comments now. I used to be able to do it within the same day. Now it's taking me about a 2-day notice to get back to everybody. So, hey, I still like to tell everybody thank you for the journey you have been on. You have took me over the subscriber membership that we asked for, and we're just going to keep growing as a unit because people are really being helped by the premium setup and the principles that I'm sharing with them. So this week I've done a lot of teaching, a lot. I normally do, they say you have to have 12 to 15 hours of lesson time to be considered a full-time professional coach, right? And I average 15 to 20 hours a week just full-time teaching, and that's not even counting the clinics and the type of things, high school golf, middle school golf, I do on the weekends and the evenings. But one of the things I've been noticing is terrible shoulder motion, or a lack of shoulder motion or understanding. Let's say it like that, a lack of understanding of what the shoulders do, especially when it pertains to the premium setup. I'm seeing players set their club face, they piston pivot, they get the weight on the target side, they close their shoulders off, and then they kind of get back here, and by the time they make the swing, a lot of times they got the back shoulder ahead. You know what? That's an over-the-top motion right there. The fact that we have more pressure on the target side and we're closed our line, it's probably going to allow you to still hit some pretty straight shots, but it's not nothing you can depend on. I want to work on under pressure. So make sure that we're actually are paying attention to the shoulders being back and under. Take your time with that and just hit some nice soft shots with a pitching wedge. All right? Just pivot, anchor your weight. Yeah, a couple of them right there. That first one was a squirrely shot. Pitch the pivot, anchor the weight, make sure the shoulder is back, the trail shoulder is back. You want to be safe, you can put that trail shoulder all the way back. And you're really safe back here. Just remember, the more pressure you put on your target side and the more you close your shoulders off, the safer you're going to be. Pitch the pivot, anchor the weight, shoulder way back, grip the club from underneath. I don't think you can miss a ball when the shoulder is back that far. But one thing I like to say is that the more you work with the premium setup, the more you're going to probably start working back toward a neutral position, which is going to be slightly closed versus heavily closed. Or you may stay where you always are, pretty much closed back here and then gripping the club and swinging from inside to out, you know. But I've noticed when players get better and more comfortable and they start getting the proper mechanics, they start getting slightly closed, and that weight on the target side moves from 65-70 down to 55-60. The shoulders closed, be slightly closed to heavily closed, and you just make that transition. You'll make that transition in your journey the more comfortable you get with it. That sizzle don't lie. You hear that ball sizzling? That tells you everything you need to know. That strike tells you everything you need to know. When you hear that strike, that's what you need to know. The shoulders, folks, for direction. So again, make sure you're spending time with them shoulders staying back and beyond the ball. So that way when you make that transition, that rear shoulder is going to be back and beyond, and it's going to allow you to come from inside to get that most sought after impact position that everybody tries to get. Take care, folks. Oh, that's even more better. Wow, the first one was a great